I'm really irritated because I just did like 5 questions of this and it wasn't recording. Hello duckies! Not gonna lie, I'm partially doing this video because I look really good today. I know that most of the time I do like travel videos of me in Japan, or I talk about really depressing things, or I talk about ridiculously positive things and deep things about life. But today we're gonna divulge from that a little bit, and I'm gonna do the My Pixie Story tag. Yep, I've been growing out my pixie cut for about 2 years now, and my sister just recently got a pixie cut, and that's what her YouTube channel is all about. She talks all about her pixie cut and her hair and like body confidence and stuff like that, so I'll link her down below because she's pretty rad. But basically, because she did this video and you know this is like a huge thing going on in her life and stuff, I was like, why not do the My Pixie Cut Story thing as well? This tag was started by makaylasvanity, who is now youngblossom on YouTube. They are really awesome, and I really love everything they do, so you should definitely check them out. They're a really rad individual, and I think that you would enjoy their work. So yeah, let's get started. Question number 1. I'm going to be reading off this thing because I don't have a fancy camera, so I can't read off my phone. When and why did you first start thinking about getting a pixie? Well, I was about a junior in high school, I guess, so I was like 17 or 16. I'd always liked pixie cuts. I always thought they were cute, but I never thought that I could pull them off, which seems to be the thing with most girls. But then I saw this picture one day, and I was like, man, I really wish I could do that. And then I was like, why can't I do that? And so I did. Question 2, when did you first cut your hair short? So within that like time, the span of like me seeing that picture and thinking, yeah, I can do that, I made like an appointment that week because I'm really impulsive about my hair and about most things in life, to be quite honest. And so that Friday I got it done. So 17 or 16, my junior year of high school. Question 3, how did you feel when you were sitting in the chair for the first time? I was really nervous. I never had hair that short before. I'd had hair like to my chin before, and I kept it like above the shoulders a lot of my life, but for like the past 3 years at that point I'd had hair like from here to my chest, like within that range. Not to mention that I'm super emotional about my hair. I feel that my hair is like the greatest reflection of who I am. I'm also like, I really hate dressing up, which is weird because I've been dressing nice in these videos. I'm trying something new. And so normally I'm like, you know, as long as I look good from like neck up, I'm fine. Like you mess up my hair, I'm not gonna look good from the neck up. Cried so many times after just getting like a trim. Then when they cut off the ponytail, I was like, all right, I have to love this because if I don't, I'm gonna be really miserable for the next few months. Question 4, how did your friends and family react to your pixie? Well, when I first told them I was getting it done, they all said don't do it. In fact, there's this one guy that said, I will not talk to you ever again if you get it cut, and then actually followed through with that for like a few days. So ridiculous. But after I got it cut, everyone loved it, including the guy that said he wouldn't talk to me. Like after 2 days he was like, you know what, this is dumb, I really do like it, I just wanted to make a point that I follow through with what I say. Whatever. But yeah, everyone loved it, especially my sister. God, she loved it so much. Except for my dad. I don't think my dad liked it that much. In fact, I know that he didn't like it that much. It's not like he was like vehemently opposed to it, but he was very happy when I grew it out. Question 5, who was your inspiration for a pixie cut? So the pixie cut that I got my first one after, which was not the one that I stuck with, I changed it after a month. I modeled it after Cameron B. Condova, who is Selena Kyle on Gotham. When I got my pixie cut, she was just a dancer on YouTube. She actually was on TV and stuff too. She was much bigger than I'm making her out to be, but I watched her on YouTube and I was really obsessed with her and the 8 flavas back then, and so I definitely like wanted my pixie cut exactly like hers, but we don't have the same hair texture, so it didn't exactly work out the same. The picture that kind of like triggered me wanting to get a pixie cut was this random Tumblr girl. I'll show the pictures that I used in this video. But after the Cameron B. Condova one, I got a pixie cut like Jennifer Goodwin, and I stuck with it for many months. 6 is a before and after, so this is what I looked like before and after. And I'll do an after as well, since I've grown mine out, so you can just see the contrast. Question 7. Have you have you / will you try to grow out your hair again? Obviously, I did. I'm gonna add like a few stuff to this just because I know when I was growing out my pixie, I wanted to know a lot about growing out a pixie cut, and I looked for tons of videos and couldn't find as many as I did like actual pixie videos. Yes, I did grow it out. I decided to partially for myself and partially for other people. I was tired of just like the overall backlash that I got from it. While I did have a lot of positivity, I did have a backlash, and so I was really sick of that. But then on top of that, I also did it for personal reasons. I didn't like spending money, like ridiculous amounts of money every month because my hair grew so fast. I didn't like spending $40 on haircuts every 6 weeks. I didn't like that I couldn't really do that much with it. And like the pixie cut I had, like it only really looked good if it was like flat against my head. Not to mention I have a really round face, and so my hair, my face doesn't look as good with like the really edgy pixies and stuff like my sister has. And I just felt like after a while like it didn't reflect who I was anymore, and so I decided to grow it out. And I'm gonna add the question, how long did it take for you to grow it out to a reasonable length? To get it to like a chin length bob, that was probably like 5 months. And to where it is now, this has been 2 years about exactly. Question 8. What is one thing you love most and one thing you hate most about having a pixie? What I loved about having a pixie was that I could just get up out of bed and not really do much to my hair except for wear like a cap on it for 5 minutes to make it lay flat after having bedhead. That was nice. I'm very much a low maintenance person when it comes to my look. I also enjoyed how like my head felt lighter. I have really, really thick hair, and so I really enjoyed having like a light head for a while. I know this is like more than one. And then I also loved how I got compliments all the time. Because when you have a pixie, like everyone compliments you just because you had the guts to do it. And that's kind of cool. One thing I hated most, I didn't like how expensive it was to keep it up. Number 9, a word of advice for anyone who wants a pixie. Well, I would say if you want a pixie, just do it. Do not listen to what anyone else says. This is a choice that should be for you. You know, think about it a little bit just because it's a drastic change if you've had long hair all your life. But hey, if you're like me and you're impulsive and you don't care, just do it. Hair goes back. Just do it if it's going to make you happy. Make sure it's for you. I would give the same advice for anyone that wants to grow out their pixie. While it is a pain and it takes a while and it's really awkward and all that stuff, you should definitely stock up on hats and headgear and stuff like that to cover up. Hey, if you want to grow it out and it's just not you anymore, that's fine. Make sure it's for you though. Don't do like what I did and do it partially for other people. I think that, you know, sometimes you feel obligated when you have a pixie cut to keep it because you don't want people to think that you're doing it for other people. But honestly, I think that you should just not care about that and just do you. Do what makes you happy no matter what. That is the important thing at the end of the day because it's your face, it's your head, it's your hair. It should be your decision, no one else's. And the last thing on here is to tag my pixie pals, but all my pixie pals have already made videos. I guess I could tag my people that aren't on YouTube. Tori, I tag you to do a pixie video if you feel obligated to do that. Chris, I tag you if you want to do that. Who else has a pixie cut? Cheyenne, I tag you to do a pixie story video. And anyone else that like wants to make a pixie video, anyone that wants to talk about their pixie story, whether it was positive or it was negative, or they want to talk about why they grew it out like I did, I think that you should do it. Because people that want pixie cuts, they look all over the internet for videos and advice because it's a big change. And then people that want to grow out their pixie cuts look for a lot of advice and videos and stuff because it's a big change and because they want to know that it's possible. Anyone that wants to, anyone that's had a pixie cut, anybody that has a pixie cut, make a pixie story. It's kind of fun and it's going to help someone along the way. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're not mad at me for divulging from what I've usually done. There's only 7 of you subscribers so far, so I'm sure you're not that upset. See you next time. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you have questions about growing out a pixie cut, or what it was like more questions about what it was like having a pixie cut, I would very willingly answer them. If you want that, leave that in the comments below, because both growing out and getting a pixie cut are kind of big changes and really big things that I totally understand wanting to have research on. So yeah, if you want more of these, leave comments below. I will surely make them if you want them. Seriously though, look how cute I am today. I'm like a post-apocalyptic artisan babe. Gonna look super hot while running from the government. Hella.